Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode on the Unnamed Server. I'm Angry Canine and today we're going to take a look at a couple of things. I want to check out my obsidian maker down there. I heard a rumor that in this latest snapshot, which is 14W07A, that the water and the lava meeting over redstone will no longer produce obsidian, so I want to check that out. Also, we're going to take a look at a little prank that somebody has played on me. You can see that little police car thingamajig up there, and then the yellow and white wool over there, and of course somebody blocked off my beacon. So we're going to take a quick look at that and see what that is all about. And we're also going to head on over to spawn and take a quick look around at a couple of things over there. I've been told that the bracket for the Unnamed Server games has been messed up, so we're going to take a quick peek at that, and also probably run to the end farm and see if there are a couple of things over there that have been fixed that I noticed on the last snapshot. And other than that, I'm just going to spend a little bit of time talking about my channel and the current state of affairs, how things are going, and various other things going on in life. So while we're over here, the first thing I want to do is unblock my beacon. I know who did this. It was part of their prank, and it's very frustrating. So they blocked this off with a sign that says "Shut down MVPD Department," and this was For You to Envy and MC Gone Wild that did this, and you can check out their channels and see their videos. They also left this thing here. I'm not quite sure what that's supposed to be, but it's there, rather creepy looking. And they also built this little thing here. I'm assuming it's supposed to be a police car. There's nothing in it except this chest back here, and there's a book in it. So let me get this and see what they had to say. It says, "Angry Canine, we, the MVPD, together with Notch and Jeb, do not approve of this so-called mob grinder that you have created here at your base. Us at MVPD Center are going to close down your mob grinder. If you wish to use it, you need to pay for the turn the page." So I need to pay the turn the page? Is that what it is? Official MVPD mob grinder license. The cost of this license is very cheap, priceless. You can either pay 4 stacks of ender pearls or a stack of cacti and 10 fish. If you don't pay the bill for this license, you will be shut down and put in jail for a few hours. Thanks for cooperation, the UNS MVPD. Oh, they are so funny. Well, I'll tell you what. Being a dog, I don't really fall under the jurisdiction of any human rules. So, one thing I am going to say is tell them they need to get rid of their thing here that they call it. Let me go ahead and enter pearl over there. Woo! Oh, I missed. Oh well, I'll just run over here. So, these illegal trespassers have come onto my property and they've put this stuff here. So, I'm going to leave them a little note. This vehicle is parked in violation. Oops, I'm not going to be able to say dash. Probably not proper hyphenation, but that's okay. Of the UNS parking code. UNS parking code. You have 24 hours to remove this. I'm gonna have a little fun with it. This ... thing, or it will, no more space, be dismantled and disposed of in a fiery pit. AK9. AK9, not P, not... Yeah, there we go. Alright. So yeah, Envy, MC, you guys have 24 hours to remove this stuff from my base, or I will dismantle it and dump it down my disposal unit, which, if you remember, leads into lava. As far as shutting me down, well, here's what I think about being shut down. But you know what? I'll be nice. I'll be a good dog, and I'll be happy to pay. Not going to say what I'm going to pay, or how I'm going to pay, or when, or where. I will definitely pay them something. So, yeah, that's what I got to say about that. So, Envy, MC, cute, but I think you could have done better. So, anyway, I'm going to put this stuff away, and I want to head on down to my obsidian maker down there and check it out. Okay, so I saw in one of Asuma's recent videos that in 14W07A, the little trick that people use to create obsidian by putting redstone and having lava and water meet had been fixed. So I want to check this out and see if that is in fact the case. If this no longer works, I'll have to find something else to put in this area. I'm not really sure what, but I'm sure I can find something. So what I need to do is line this up with redstone. I missed a couple of spots there. And then I throw the lever, and we'll see if this still works or not. Well, it appears to have made obsidian all the way back. So I guess it still works, or it wasn't fixed in this snapshot. Maybe it was another snapshot, or maybe it was a different method of doing this. I'm not really sure, but it seems to still work as is. I wonder if I'll still get cobblestone if I do this without redstone. Probably. We'll check it out and see. This kind of serves a dual purpose. I can create, yep, still cobblestone. I can make cobblestone or I can make obsidian. So, I don't know. It still seems to work. So, I'm not really sure. It's possible I could have misunderstood the video. I don't know. I'll have to go back and look at it again and see if maybe I just heard something wrong, or maybe it was a different snapshot. As far as I know, 14W07A is the latest. I don't think there has been a new one. Don't think there has been a 07B, so I don't know. One more thing I need to do is get this thing out of here. So I'm going to finish cleaning this up, and then I'm going to head on over to the end because I want to take a look at something. There was a bug in the last snapshot that had that changed the field of view. If you were under blocks that had water over them, it had some weird effects. So I want to go over there to the end and check that out, see if that's been fixed. So I come through my tunnel here, and I come around a corner, and I find these guys hanging out waiting on me. Very big magma cubes. So we're going to take these guys out of here and see what kind of... see if they give me any magma cream. There's a little bit right there. Whoa! Hey, guys. Oh boy. The nether equivalent of the slime. Die already! Sheesh! It's hard to hit these guys for some reason. Thanks for the magma cream! Okay, here we are in the end, and I found this sign hanging out here. Let's get Envy. And that's actually not the first one I've seen. I've seen a few of them sitting around here. Not really sure what that's all about, but I kind of agree. I say, you know, we should get Envy. I think I'm going to get him because he, after all, did have something to do with that little prank there. And he's been kind of harassing me a little bit over it. So, yeah, I agree. Let's get Envy. Let's get Envy. So, anyway, one of the problems that I had was over here on this track. When I would run and jump like that, the view would kind of act a little bit funny. It would sort of zoom in a little bit, sort of like it does when you're underwater, and that was one bug, and it looks like they fixed it, which is a good thing, because that was very disconcerting, trying to run through here along the ice path and jump. And everything kept flickering back and forth. It was like it was getting close and far and close and far. Kind of shaky like that. Very annoying. So I'm glad that's fixed. And if you remember my last episode, when all these Endermen were bunched up, looked like they were pulling through the glass. Okay. As I was saying, looks like they... let me turn that sound down, too. Because those guys are pretty noisy. Turn the friendly creatures down so you don't hear that block sound. So yeah, as you can see, they are still pushing through which is extremely annoying. And I have a couple of books over here. I also have some lapis, because you need lapis now. So let me see if I can clear out my XP here, because another problem that we had was, let me go ahead and put 2 in there, fire aspect. That might come in handy for something. Blast protection 2. I'll definitely keep that one too. And the other reason I'm doing this is I want to try to get rid of as much of my XP as possible here. What did I have? The Unbreaking 2? That's pretty cool. Okay. Well, I'll finish this out and then I'll come back and so that I'm at 0. Okay, sorry about that little diversion there. Let's get envy. Sorry about that little diversion there. I couldn't quite get down to 0, but the reason I wanted to do this is I wanted to check out this Enderman farm. Before we started using the snapshots at 1.74, this thing was extremely efficient, and it could not be emptied out by one person, and it took just under a minute to get to level 30, depending on how fast you could click. And I noticed in the last snapshot that the efficiency seems to have changed a little bit. So I want to see if I can go through here and see if I can still empty it out. If so, I'm going to be disappointed, because I really like this Enderman farm. It was King Queen Happy's design, or King Happy's design, and it was really great. But it looks like it's still going to have its efficiency problems. Now, I don't know if they changed the spawn rates of the Enderman, or if it has something to do with the pistons, because they made changes to pistons now. Oh well, that's really disappointing. But I guess it's not really that big of a deal, since the enchanting has changed, and you don't use quite as many levels to enchant now, depending on what you're doing. But yeah, this was always a problem I had with other Enderman farms, was always having that slowdown right there, and it looks like it's back. I thought I got rid of it for good, and now because Mojang hates Enderman farms and all other mob farms so much, now it's not as good as it is. But oh well, it is what it is. So that's pretty much taken care of, I guess. That's what it's going to be. And I think we're good. You can hear the disposal system going there. What is it with everybody getting 2 chests? You're only supposed to get 1 chest here, guys. 1 chest, not 2. 1 on this bottom level, and if you wanted more, there's that whole second floor up there. 1 chest, not 2. Sheesh. Moo woo. Translation, let's get envy. What in the world are these guys doing? Acting really weird. They're chasing the mama cow, so I see somebody. Yeah, at least they bred before they killed. Oh well. Anyway, yeah, so I think that's pretty much everything I wanted to look at. Now, coming back to my channel, and you might notice that I'm getting a little bit slower on making episodes here on the Unnamed Server. I seem to be concentrating a little bit more on block-centric, and that is true. I have been concentrating a little bit more on block-centric than on the Unnamed Server, but that's not going to continue. That's not going to be a permanent thing. I am in the process of moving right now, so come on, world, load. In the process of moving right now, so I'm probably going to be slowing down a little bit. I'm not moving very far away, about 4 or 5 miles from where I live now. Unfortunately, I'm still going to be near the railroad tracks, so we're still going to hear trains every now and then. But, yeah. And we just got the place, like 2 days ago, 3 days ago, put the deposit and the down payment on it and everything. And, going to start moving. We've been packing up some of the little stuff. And we were going to do it over this weekend, but we got quite a bit of snow here in the area, and it really messed up the road, so we held off. Plus, the former residents haven't quite got all their stuff out of there yet, and I think they were doing some repair work anyway. So we're not quite ready to move in, but when we do, I might have a few days where I don't have internet service. I'm not really sure how that's going to work. How did I pick up another minecart? Jeez, guys. So, yeah, that's probably going to delay a little bit. And other than that, everything's pretty much normal. I do have the Echoing the Greats series, and I really do want to get back into that. But, I mean, working on 2 servers, plus I'm working on some stuff behind the scenes, stuff that pretty much only the guys on the servers know about. I'm trying to set up a creative server. I can't talk. Trying to set up a creative server for everybody on this server as well as everybody on BlockCentric, a plot world, sort of like most public servers have. So I'm working through Bucket. I'm not an expert with Bucket, and so I have a little bit to learn as I go along, which isn't that big of a deal. Shouldn't be too hard. I'm going to put these over here in the brewing area. So I'm working on that. So I got a lot going on behind the scenes. So things are going to kind of slow down just a little bit as far as the Unnamed Server goes. I'm also working on something else. Now, in about 2 weeks, this server will have been up and running for 1 year. We'll be celebrating 1 year of the Unnamed Server. So what I am doing is I'm trying to get with everybody on the server right now and do a little interview with each and every one of them, about 15-20 minutes. Just talk to them, ask them some questions, and find out what motivates them to play Minecraft and make videos, and what motivated them to join the server, and just ask them a few questions, get to know them a little bit better, and help you guys get to know them too. So I have, I think 3 or 4 interviews done, and I'm going to be putting those together soon. Probably going to put the first video up next week. Was going to do it this week, but with having to move and everything, I just don't have the time. So look for that next week, and hopefully that will also get you interested in the others on the server, and you will go over to their channels and subscribe to them, and favorite and like their videos, comment on their videos, give them the support that you have given me as well. That would be really appreciated if you would do that. I would appreciate it, and I know they would too. So other than that, it's just a matter of finding the time. I do want to get back into the Echoing the Great series, like I said, and that is, if you don't know, a series where I try to recreate as faithfully as possible some of my favorite builds from some of my favorite Minecrafters. I was working on Monkey Farm's Second World LP base, and I haven't been in that world in a very long time. I'm not going to do that on the snapshot, so I'm just going to stay on 1.7.4 for that one. And then when 1.8 comes out, and it's been out for a little while and had a chance to fix most of the major bugs, I'll probably update then. Probably going to have to make a lot of changes to some of the things that he built in that world because of all the changes in Redstone since he built it. There are also other things I would really like to recreate, but they're all very large builds and might be kind of difficult for one person to do. Nope, I didn't want to do that. I was trying to jump on top of that tree. So yeah, also we got this mob grinder over here, and I've got this area over here open up. I want to build an automatic sorting system. I have various mob drops coming through here, and I've cleaned this chest out a couple of times, so I've got quite a bit of stuff. Got all that, and I think, yeah, all this right here is what I have collected just working on this mob grinder here. So that's really cool. I'm going to go ahead and empty out that chest right now. Put all that stuff over there. I'm going to have chests lined up just like this all the way. I'm going to have these chests here, more here, and 2 stacks here, here, and here. And everything comes out of this hopper into this chest right now. But I'm going to have an item elevator goes up here, takes everything up, carries it through hopper chains over to here, and everything will be sorted automatically. I'm going to have 10 rows or 10 stacks of chests, whatever you want to say. And that should take care of most of the drops that I will get from this. I think 9 of them, and then 1 row of chests for overflow, mostly for the stuff that comes from witches, sticks and bottles, things like that, glowstone. And then I'll just move all that stuff manually up to the main storage area, or actually maybe I'll just put it in these right now. I just have some building materials here, stuff that I've been using to build this. And I think the other 2 chests, well, other than this, the other 2 chests were empty. I think I can just go ahead and shift click all this and it should just jump right into place, except for the bones and the arrows, and that too. So yeah, that is going to be an upcoming episode where I work on this sorting system. I have found several of them online, just looking through different tutorials and things like that, and they all seem pretty much standard, pretty much the same. You might notice this lever up here, and I'll talk about that in a second. And I guess while we're over here, we can go ahead and take a look at this thing. I've got this door done down here. You might remember I said I was going to have a door, and I forgot to put the slime balls away. I had a slime come up here, so this thing seems to take slimes as well. But anyway, I've got this wood here, and I've got this button, and I have a T flip-flop behind this wall right here. And this T flip-flop is King Happy's design as well. It was used in his Enderman farm. I've got buttons right here on either of those half slabs. Got the redstone runs down underground. It meets up with this wire over here. And then I've got two droppers right here. One is facing up. This one is facing into the chest. And then, of course, this chest is sitting on top of this hopper, which is pointed into that bottom dropper right there. And somewhere in here, I have one item, I think a button right here. I got this wooden button. And, of course, I have the comparator coming out into this redstone, which is attached to this torch here, which goes over to the pistons. And, essentially, I hit this button here, and it opens the door. I can hit it again, and it closes the door. I'm going to go ahead and put this back right there. And then we're going to go in here, and then there's another button over here that also works. So I can open and close that door at will, just with the click of a button. And of course I have the viewing area here set up, which is really kind of pointless. Like I said, you can't really stand down here and watch things spawn. First, because of the void fog, you can't see the back there, and then things won't spawn if you're too close. Have this lever here to control this door. Obviously I need to use an iron door down here, otherwise zombies will break it down. And I've got this button here in case the unlikely event that I somehow get locked in here. At least I have this. I saw that block over there. I thought something was weird. But anyway, I have this button here so I can open the door. That way I don't have to worry about getting trapped in there. And the reason why I have this door here is so that I can keep this room dark. And I have half slabs here so nothing will spawn. I don't have any torches down here so that when these lights are off, it'll be completely dark down here. And that way I can come down here into this area and I don't have to worry about having anything waiting for me. So we'll go ahead and go back out. And I do have the lighting system installed. You saw the lights in there. Well, maybe you didn't. You can kind of see them right there, those glowstone lamps. And I have 4 of these over each spawn pad all the way around. And they are wired up with redstone. And the button to control them, or actually the lever, is up at the top. Yeah, that didn't quite work out the way I wanted. Run right through this room right here. Oh! And we've got this lever right here, so if it's down, the lights are on and spawning is disabled. If it's up, the lights are off and things will spawn. And they will come up this elevator here and meet up with this lava blade. All the drops will go into those hoppers, which run under the floor, and then lead over to here. And like I said, I'm going to have that item elevator here to lift everything up into hopper chains, and it will be sorted into different chests. Now, about this lever here, witches do spawn down here, and they do get carried up here. But sometimes they get over here in the lava blade, and they are able to drink a fire resistance potion before they die, so they will stand here pretty much indefinitely until their potion runs out, and they don't make one fast enough. Sometimes they do still die. So what this lever is for is I can bring the lever down and bring those blocks down, and I can suffocate them. It takes a while sometimes because they're able to drink a regen potion or something like that, and I might have to leave it down for quite a while. But eventually it does take them out, and then they drop all their wonderful stuff down in there. Just throw the lever back up and the lava comes back out, and it is all set to go again. And I am not the only one on the server right now. The mural is online, so that's probably why we're not getting any mobs up here. But that's okay. Go ahead and turn that off anyway. So, yeah. The only other thing I want to say is we have several new people on the server. We do have Gaming Lady M, which I think I've mentioned her before, but we also have MC Gone Wild 69, the Neural, and we have the Dubcraft and Wolfcraft. Links to all of those channels are in the description of this video, so please hop on over there to their channels and check them out. Give them likes and subscribes and all that other stuff, and as always, show them the same support that you have been showing me. So I think that's going to do it for this video, a very talky one. It's kind of giving you a little bit of an update, checking out a few things to see if a couple of bugs are working, and taking a quick look at that little prank that they played on us. So yeah, I hope you liked it. Please feel free to comment, rate, and subscribe to my channel if you're not a subscriber. My name is Angry K9, and I will see you in the next episode.